Hey, what's up guys, Craft Farms here. Welcome back to another video on Edgewater Ranch. Continuing right where we left off yesterday, we are going to go ahead and jump in the feed truck here. And we're going to go ahead and get some feeding done for our cattle here. I believe all of our mixing buildings are full. So that is great. We are sitting pretty good on feed. So we need one load over here in this barn of bred cattle. Then we'll take a load over to our breeding barn. So we'll get this loaded up and we'll go ahead and dump it on in. We'll probably take our load for the breeding barn out of this silo as well. We do still got to get some more gravel in this yard. I kind of want to open it up, push some things back a little bit. So we are going to get some gravel in here. And we did have plans to kind of level this out right here a little more and have a crossing right into the field, but just haven't gotten to it because that'd be really nice for our trucks come harvest. Alright, perfect. Let's I'm just gonna cut through the grass here. Wish this truck had actual mirrors. It'd be pretty nice. There's a pretty tight fit in here. So yeah, we'll today we're gonna get the cattle fed. We're gonna move around whatever cows and calves we need to, and then we're gonna get the Landall and 9630 out. We're gonna start doing some tillage, and then get the spreader out. Basically, we're going to get everything set up today to go start in the fields. So every single day there's a lot of stuff to get done before we can even get into any other work. So definitely plenty busy. Pop this gate open here. Get backed up to the feed bunk. So this, our last mixer wagon, or mixing truck, feed truck, whatever you want to call it. Our last one only held 17,500 liters. This one holds 34,000, so almost double. It's 1,000 liters short of double. So it was definitely the right move. We can get a lot more done at a time, which is nice. We have a lot of stuff to do, so it's nice to speed the process up anytime we can. And it doesn't look like we are empty. So we are just about empty. But that's good. That means this building is, or this barn is full for feed, so that works out perfect. Okay, now we're gonna go over here to this yard and get a load put into each of these buildings. In all reality, with us having 4 barns that we feed on a daily basis, I mean, our calf barns we don't have to feed all that often, just because they don't eat as much. So when you dump a full load in, it lasts quite a while. So in all reality, we could, you know, designate one mixed building to one barn if we wanted to, which is kind of nice. It helps us make sure that we always have a good amount of feed on hand. Not that we couldn't, you know, mix a load of feed in the truck with the bales that we have sitting around, but it helps speed things up so we don't have to. The scales definitely are nice to have, that's for sure. Perfect. A little bit of a low spot there. I'm gonna have to get some gravel in and level that out. Alright, we'll grab a load out of this one. Just trying to not completely drain one at a time, just so that way they all kind of still have some in them, but are still producing at the same time as well. Alright, we'll get this last load fed and we can get them moved. Before we go to park this, we'll take a quick peek and make sure that we are good for daily amounts of feed. Cattle here. Alright, so this is our breeding barn. Yes, they have plenty. Or our bred barn. Breeding barn has plenty. Almost enough for 2 days. If it would hold like 90,000, you know, like these 2 barns here, they hold 90,000 total capacity of feed. So if the breeding barn would hold that, we'd be perfect for at least 2 days, but that's okay. Calves are fine. These guys have enough, and these guys will have about the same, so perfect. I know the hired guys were gonna feed. They're off running around doing some other things and working on some paperwork. for their main duties are the cattle. Of course, you know, they obviously will help with the farm side of things as well, but they mainly focus on the cattle. So when it comes to keeping track of all the shots and tagging and what's where, they do all of the paperwork on all of that. You know, so like since we're moving cows here now, or about to, I'll just write down which tag number's calved and which ones are bred. You know, I'll just update them on everything, and then they know kind of what's going on around here. So all right, let's get the cows moved first, then we'll get everything else ready. We're gonna get those two conveyor trailers hooked up. We're gonna get snow blowers unhooked and put away, get lawnmowers out. We're gonna get everything ready for the year, basically. I wish there was a trigger in a different spot for this one, but that's okay. Alright, so these ones are bred, so we'll take those in the trailer. These ones are bred, we'll take those in the trailer. And these 8, so we'll put them in there. Okay, oop, a little too close when I close that. Then I think they're gonna get their pickup hooked up to the other cattle trailer. That way that one is ready. When we get some gravel in, another thing we're going to do is kind of widen that a little bit, make it a little easier, especially when we got to get semi-trailers in here. Because whenever it comes time to sell, we are going to get the cattle pots in here, so we're going to want them. So we want plenty of space to get in. Alright, let's get this gate open here. Better. And this is another instance where putting some more gravel and kind of leveling that out would be a huge help. Make it a little easier getting in here. Another thing I noticed about these barns here is they only have a trigger on one side, and that's it. Be nice if the trigger was on either side. Okay, so then we need these calves. There's 10 of those. 9 of these guys. And then we'll find our, here they are, our 19. Oh, we can't take all 19. Okay, so let's just take these calves first. Get this closed up. So like this barn, it's down on this end, so it kind of makes it hard. This one I kind of just gotta deal with not opening the gate. Which, you know, of course, it is farm sim, so it really don't matter, but I like to kind of do it realistic when I can. Alright, so we'll move these 10 over. So we have 44 steers over here at this moment. So we're definitely getting quite the herd. Alright, let's get this gate opened. Unload these heifers. Then we can grab our 19 cows, get them moved, and then we'll be good to go. Perfect. Get the gate shut. Now we'll grab these 19. I'm not going to open the gate here. Just make life easier. A little faster. Alright, so yes, these 19 here. Alright, they're loaded. That does show cattle in there. Okay. So we can hold 9 per compartment, apparently. Which, trailers seems a little short to hold that many, but I could see 25 calves, that's for sure, or 27, I mean. Okay, we'll get these guys moved, and we'll be all set with cattle for today. So now we got 62 animals in here. Okay, and we're just going to pull this guy right up here alongside the barn, where it'll be, should be out of the way. Perfect. Alright, so let's see here. What do we want to do first? Let's get this winter stuff situated. I know we got to do it at the house too, but we'll do that later on. I just wanted to get it done here so we have a little more shed space. So I think we're gonna leave the loader on for now, and we're just going to throw the grapple bucket on. And then, because we'll still be having to move some bales around between now and whenever we actually start making hay, so we'll get this guy put on here, and then we'll put this guy in with the swathers here. There's way too many things here. It's the only sucky part about running something on the back when you have a loader and an attachment on. There's way too many things. It's hard to keep track of everything. Perfect. There we go. Okay. Oh, there we go. Really need to get my steering wheel and stuff plugged back in. Use that for some of these loader controls all the time. So yeah, we're just gonna get this guy backed in here. Then we got it for any feeding that we need to do. Or if we got clean pens, or we do usually just hire a manure crew to come in, and they keep our barns and pens clean and everything for us, which is a huge help. Alright, this guy we're going to take out. We'll put it over here by the barn. It's just going to kind of be a yard runner, basically. That's what this guy's going to be. Let's pull it up here by the shop. So that'll be sitting around. You'll see it kind of all over the yard at times. Use that if we got to run somewhere super quick and don't want to take a side-by-side or whatever, so. This we're just going to pull up here in the yard. Perfect. That'll work right there. Okay, and then I think, let's see here, what else we got it's going to be in the way here. Let's get this bat wing out of here. Get it folded up. Perfect. It's the last thing we need out of this building, so we'll get this all closed up here. And we're just going to pull this right over here by the draper for now. Perfect. Okay, so that's done. Let's go ahead and do a little equipment shuffle in here. So we need to get these two trucks out. I'm just going to pull them right over here alongside of the building, out of the way. Okay, that'll work there. Okay, and then this guy is what we need. One of the things we need anyways. So we're gonna get this guy out of here. Does get a little tight in this building, that is for sure. Alright, we're gonna top this guy up with some fuel. Never noticed that the it actually has a correct clock to what it is in the game. Alright, perfect. So this guy we're just gonna pull right over here. We're gonna have one of the hired guys running this unit. And then I think I'm gonna spread. And then the other hired man is gonna bring me truckloads of product. Okay, so now we need to get the spreader out, which is in the back, of course. So we need a tractor to get that guy out. So why don't we, let's grab this guy just to move it. Because we're just going to pull it ahead, and then we're going to pull the sprayer and the spreader out, and then shove this all the way in the back corner. It's empty, so it shouldn't be too overly heavy for this little guy. Perfect. Alright, grab this out of here. Yeah, these sprayers suck for backing up. We actually have our sprayer up in our heated shop right now, and we just had to move it around, and yeah, it definitely not something you want to back up by yourself inside of a building. Can't see squat. Alright, so we're gonna pull this guy up over here. Alright, now we can back this thing all the way back here. Perfect. All right. Sweet. Okay. Now, we need to grab a couple of semis. Okay. Just gonna leave this guy set right here. Get this one pulled out. Yeah, I don't understand why, like, inside the building here, this truck looks goofy, but then you get them outside, and they look just fine. Perfectly normal. Must be some kind of a issue with the texturing. But still nice trucks nonetheless, so works for me. I just wish you could turn the Jake brake off. That gets rather annoying every time you let off the accelerator. Gonna make it? Oh, just barely. Okay. Now, we got them, we got this stuff out. Now we need to go set the conveyor up. So we're just gonna grab the Yamaha here. So we're gonna go set the conveyor up on our lime bin. And then we're gonna run to my yard. We'll get the snowblower and pusher unhooked over there, and then we're going to grab the service pickup, or well, one of the pickups, and we need to get the fuel trailer hooked up full of fuel and def, so we're gonna do that. We're going to start with this far end one. I think we're going to have to come off the side here, so that way we're far enough away from the pad. I'm thinking we should have more than plenty of lime, seed, fertilizer, everything. Just because these are fairly large bins, so We should have plenty of stuff, but I'd rather have extra sitting around here than not having enough, so. Okay, let's run over here to the farm, or to the house. So, let's see here. We're gonna leave this guy in front of this little door here. That'll be out of the way, because now that we're gonna be busy, we are probably not gonna need our Sunday cruiser for a little bit here. Okay, let's get some stuff moved in here. Where is the light switch? I'm not even sure if it has one. Oh, there it is. Lights on. Perfect. Okay. So, let's get this guy all unhooked. Okay, we got that. Oh, that's the mower deck. There we go. Snowblower. Perfect. Okay, we need to get this out of here, because it's going to be in the way. Let's see here, actually, what I want to do. We're going to unhook the loader in the back. Not what I wanted either. Alright, where are we at here? There we go. Unhook. I might actually have to unhook them separate. Okay, that works. And then we'll go like this. We'll put the snowblower right in front of that. Then we'll stick the loader off on the side. A lot of back and forth and in and out, huh, folks? Goodness. There we go. Still? Really? Come on now. Okay, we're gonna do this way. I think it doesn't want to lift up high enough to get over the tires, so one thing that drives me nuts about most things in this game is everything's got to have a backup beeper. Oh, does that drive me nuts? I don't know about you guys, but everything having to beep So annoying. Perfect. There's that one. Let's get this guy pulled back in. Perfect. Alright. Shut these lights off. We'll shut this door. Now that that's done, we need to go in here. I think we're just gonna grab the power stroke here. That'll probably be the best. Apparently, my interactive controls don't want to work. Which is fine, we can make do without it, I guess, but... Alright, so let's take this back to the farm. And we'll get the fuel trailer hooked up. Get it full. Then we'll be ready to rock and roll. Okay. Pull up to the def barrel here first. Get us a little bit of the government juice. For some fuel. Perfect. Okay, well, I'm going to let that fill up, and then I'm going to round the guys up, and we're going to get everything else full. Get the spreader and the trucks full. Get a guy going on that, and we'll be following right behind with the spreader. So that's going to do it for today, folks. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. And as always, folks, we'll catch y'all in the next video.